Northfield Sainsbury's right now. I'm stuffing through speakers, going back and forth. I might try to buy something. After that, I try to get to the exit.
Yeah.
All I see is some guy walking. He's just like,
it's following you, yeah.
If you're gonna take all that stuff out your bag, mate. Like, man, I was there.
That was that white man accent.
Oh, man, tall white man.
Are you going to be taking that out of your bag, please, sir?
Like, sir, would you like to hand over the stuff you have stolen? I'm like, yo, I was gonna come back and pay for this. Man was gonna come and pay for this. I was just going to borrow it.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, Jay Pons. And before I introduce our very interesting guest to the left of me, I just want to really quickly say in it, if there are any artists you want to see me talk to, please whack them in the comments, DM us on the flipping gram. We want to hear you. We want to hear where you're from. We want to chat to you. Let us know, man. But without further ado, next to me, I have got the Birmingham Biggie, Mr. Slinging Bars, bro. This guy never runs out of fucking bars. CEELO.
Oh, but stop. Hold on. Should've seen the way your Ross it blast it, aye, in a fuckboy. Give me the 9 or strangle. I hit that thing till it mangles again. Move like the Zango if you want tango, but all my angle I'm flicking instead. I ain't tryna make no change, I'll carry print notes and dog instead. So let me tell you what one was goodie. Me and my dogs, we bully.
CEELO.
CEELO, bro. How are you doing, bro?
I'm nice, man. I'm not too bad.
So I always like to go straight into things. I want to know, where does the name CEELO come from?
Yo, CEELO came from the name on the block, yeah?
On the block.
Listen, Southside, we're talking 2011, maybe 2012 days. We're talking, these are the days I was out there with the olders, running around up on the mug, as we call it, New Park, the Southside. So one day, man's just balling around and that. And I got a couple of olders coming up like, yo, he looks like CeeLo Green, you know. He looks like, because you know what? I was that chubby little fat kid with the skin fade, bro. I had a Malteser head, you know what I'm saying? So man was just out there. I look like a basketball man. So yo, they're like CeeLo Green. And I was like, yo, let's drop the green in it. Big man thing, Southside CeeLo.
Rolls off the tongue, innit?
It rolls through, fam.
Yeah.
Now the man them just know me as CeeLo and I'm just out there straight, fam. But it came and originated from the block, that's Southside.
Nah, you know what it is there? Like, when I look at you, like, I've mentioned this to you before, I feel like you're just full of stories, bro.
I'm there.
Full of stories,
I'm too wise for my age, man. Yo, I'm still out here part of the young generation, but yo, I swear I got war stories.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna get into them, so you listen, stay tuned, man.
Hey, for real, stay on it.
How did you get into rapping in it? Because when I hear you rap, I'm thinking, yo, this guy just never ends, bro. You keep coming and coming. And right when I think, okay, yeah, this guy's probably done. Now he's like, nah, come back.
Switch it on the real one. Yo, okay, I started rapping. Originally, my brother used to sing and rap. You know, he was on his proper shit. You know what I'm saying? He went to music college and all that. He was passing his stuff, proper focused on that. But growing up in a house, obviously, black household, Jamaican and that. Shout out Mumsy. One of them ones. So, yo, I was just always around music and I discovered that I could rap originally by slapping on Eminem. We're talking, what's that one song, man? Arms Weak.
Oh shit, arms weak, mom spaghetti. They
8 Mile, yeah. Eminem came from, obviously I watched the film and that, but we're talking straight. I forgot the whole name of the song, but everyone knows that OG Eminem.
Yeah.
And with that song, I rapped that over and over and over, and I was just like, okay, so I can rap with lyrics. When I started writing, I was probably about 9, 10, but straight up music started with the rapping and even a little bit of melody before the balls drop, bro. I'll be real, fam. Man, I can't be doing them things, man. Coming like AM blood, but yo, on the real, fam, I can't be singing no more, but it might come in.
What, do you not think?
Yo, now listen, there's something that I'm working on right now. One of my boys is Anguillan, obviously. Shout out the Caribbean islands and that. We're out here, we're doing our thing, and he sings, and I've encouraged him to get back in the booth. He used to be nice back home, and when he was on the island, he used to be nice. He was part of a group. I encouraged him to get back in the booth, and me and him are whipping up a nice little dancehall tune. Man. We're calling it soca drill. Yeah? Soca drill. It's a new little genre we're trying here.
So is that like you stepping out your comfort zone, or is that completely? No, but I rate that, bro. That's like you know, you're not afraid of the unknown. You're not afraid to say, you know, let me try that. See how that comes out.
Yo, whatever comes my way, I just handle it simple like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yo, I'll just be stepping, man.
I want to know about that because, like, has that something that's been with you since you were you, or is that something, have you had an experience happen to you where you're just like, that's changed you and now you're like, because you're quite like a formidable person, innit? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I can tell you got a strong will. I can read that from you. Like, where did that come from?
Well, yo, I'll be real. I think that just came from growing up, obviously, with a single mother. You know, she raised me. My Marge is my queen. Simple as, you know what I mean. So it's one of them things where, you know, not having a father around. Only a woman can only do for a man, such as teaching them how to treat women.
Facts.
But it's one of them. I'll come through with wise words here on a real one. And I didn't grow up with no father, so I had to teach myself to be a man. Straight up, I am a man now because of the experiences and shit I've went
forced through, like life forced you growing it. Yeah.
I had to grow up way faster than your average. You know what I mean? So I've never been that person chilling with my age, or I'm with the older people. I'm with the people that have their head screwed on a little bit more, whether it's on crazy activities or whether it's a legal aspect to things, because I am legal technically, but yo, technically,
TA life out here, man.
Well, I'm telling you now, man, shit can get crazy, but yo,
can get cracking, man.
Can really get cracking out here. But I've grew up on your straight, like council estates, and I'm from the block, like straight, you know what I mean? I know about living tough, fam, so it's one of them things.
Right from the bottom, bro.
Straight, fam, and it's about making something out of yourself and actually building a career. So I've done that for myself, and straight out, everyone that's been in my life and progressed me, it's a big shout out to them. The people that are here on the way, yo, real talk, keep riding with CEELO, it's gonna get crazy.
It's gonna get crazy, bro. So the next few years are looking good for everyone around us, innit? They're looking good, man.
It's looking elegant.
It is looking elevating, man. And like, you know, I love being around people like you because it's just such sick energy, bro.
That's what I mean. You can bounce off it.
You can bounce off it, man. You know what I mean?
I was reading something earlier, or I was just on TikTok and I was scrolling through, and I must have seen something where it was like, you are the person that is in control of your life.
Yeah.
So with having negative energy around you and people, if you surround yourself with smart people, then you may not be the smartest in the room as of then, but once you leave that room, you will
be smarter. The
smartest person, because if you stay quiet, I walk into a room and I observe the room straight up. I don't have to sit there and talk. I can come in silently. I'll make myself be known. But at the end of the day, I'm just absorbing information.
Yeah.
Because if you're not in control of your own life and the knowledge that you're bringing in, you're kind of wasting away.
Bro, you're wasting. Like, yeah. You are, bruv. Yeah.
On some spiritual shit, you know what I mean? Most people don't speak on this stuff, but it's really about that, you know?
It's real, bro. And like, for me, I've never been like a massive like religious guy in it, or, you know, going to church every Sunday, but I do believe there is some outer forces in it, and something I think about is, I think obviously we live this like mortal existence in it, you know, we have X amount of years and then we die. But I think we've been touched with a piece of God, and it's like your soul is like a piece of God. You know, it's like an immortal spirit in a mortal body, and you have this like finite years to like make sure you live the life, and you know you want to grow your soul and that.
Because that's why like everyone's screaming out, there is really no regrets in life, because you have one life. Like, I'm not sitting there and saying do the maddest, you know what I mean? I'm not sitting there and saying fuck your life over, but live it to the fullest extent that it can be lived, because there's genuinely only one time you touch this dunya, you know. It's just mad out here, and people be losing their life on a crazy thing. I've had a couple of boys that have just been dropping, you know what I mean? Like this is what I'm saying, the roads are crazy out here. Obviously, if you're from Birmingham and you're from around the south side, you know about someone called Ammo. Obviously, like, he lost his life. That was to knife crime not too long ago, back in 2021. And then you've had Jordan, obviously, rest in peace. That's my bro. I literally
rest in peace, man. Yeah.
Quentin Things is one of them. You know, couple years back now, we're talking probably 6-7 years ago now, KD, rest in peace.
And these are all people close to you as well?
These are people that I literally grew with, you get me? I've either went to school with them, or I've grew up on the block and they've looked out for me. These men are older than me.
Nah, it's sad, bro. It is sad, man. Like, do you like visit their graves and that?
You know what it is? Sometimes I do, but that shit's not my scene, you know. That's depressing. I deal with mental health, and I'm straight up open about that. I deal with that shit, and you know what it is? Respect to anyone else that's dealing with that, cause yo, it does get tough out.
Yeah, it does get tough. off, man.
But it's one of them things where I can't situate my life around that. I can't do that because that's the past me as well, especially on the path that I'm on. Like, that's one of them things.
I feel like that's why you are so positive in it, because you are refusing to accept the negative. You're refusing to accept this depressive state in it. And it's, I feel like with depression and a lot of mental health in it, I think it can change, and a lot of it is temporary because it is a result of your situation in it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So a lot of it is temporary, and you can do things to fix it, and you can take yourself out of that hole.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And then, but I think a lot of people, they like to sit in it and they have that like, oh, feel bad for me, man.
Nah, man. And you know what it is? I personally can sit here and say that I've been there, I've done that. And you know what it is? As long as you are mentally strong enough to get yourself out of that hole and not be sitting there and getting comfortable with it. Because once you start getting comfortable with dropping, that's it. You've hopped off, and the only way to get back on is work 2 times harder than you was.
Yeah.
Know what I'm saying? Because how are you gonna sit there and get comfortable? Like, there's certain people that will be depressed because of their living situation.
Yeah, facts.
There's certain people that will be depressed because of their family situation. Shit, could be work, it could be girls, it could be man, anything. But it's one of them things where if you know something isn't positive for your life, why are you sitting there and drowning in it? Move on, because there's only a one life, you know. I've done said this, there's only a one life. And CEELO don't spit nothing but facts, bro. Like, I come true and say this every time. My people around me, my circle know that I'm true. You know, like, man, them see me as honourable because I come through with realness.
Realness, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm that OG who's not really
and
OG.
that's rare to find, bro. Like real honor among people is it don't really exist anymore, man.
You know what? I'm seeing too many of these snowflakes, you know, bro. I'm not gonna lie, too many of these snowflakes, and I'll be the first person to sit here and say it. Yeah, they need to fuck off. Man. They need to fuck off, because you know what it is. What happened to the days where man they could sit and say a joke about a certain race or a certain. You know what? I'm not gonna say a certain gender, but a gender preference. But hey ho. I'm not homophobic, I'm not transphobic or anything, and I accept the more come party with the gang, grab a magnum, grab a spliff. I don't care if you want to do something, just don't do that with me, innit? And you can party. That's real with it, fam. I'm 100 with it. I don't care who's in my circle. You know what it is? If you're cool, you're cool. Straight up, just don't push that on me, innit?
Do you know what that is? Do you know what it is? It's like what I was saying to the outside.
Yeah.
It's individuality, innit?
Exactly.
It's regardless of your sex, your colour, who you are, what the fuck you identify as a flipping laptop, bro.
Man, them are identifying as helicopters nowadays, bro. Microwaves out here, bro. I'm telling you. But yo, that shit's scary to me, fam.
Like you said, innit, I got no problems with like gay people. No problems at all. It's just like,
I'll still save you in that as long as your hands are clean. But yo, other than them things, it's one of them. Like, don't know about them.
Yeah, nah, but it's mad. But moving on. So obviously, moving on. Anyway, you've had obviously like a life of turmoil, and you've like, it's bare like mad shit going on, and you know, you've gone through a lot. And like, it's funny you say like, yeah, like, you know, we live in kind of a lot of like an age where a lot of people are snowflakes, man, and they're like really soft. Like, what do you think that is? Like, why do you think that's happened?
I'm telling you now, yeah, the world that we are in nowadays is all fuck up. And like, yo, that's where people start losing their head because of social media, because of actual media. We're talking news and television.
The propaganda, bro.
And I've got a little brother, you know. I've got a little brother, and my man's 4 years old. Bless his little cotton socks. He's a fucking dickhead. But yo, I love my little brother, innit? Straight up. He's rude, but I love him. That's my boy, man, straight. But when I'm seeing it through YouTube Kids. They have videos with subliminals on. I'm saying they're like, that's not no kid's joke, bro. Like, okay, SpongeBob was worse. Is it like SpongeBob was a madness for us back in the days? Like, we remember growing up on SpongeBob. They're growing up on some shit like Coco Melon and
Coco Melon. What's that?
Bro, I don't even know, fam. Like, obviously my brother was on Peppa Pig not too long ago. Shit like, bro, my man started watching Scottish Peppa Pig. Donnie's chatting about killing his dog. Like, yo, Donnie is, I'm telling you now, man, YouTube is a crazy place, but for kids, I don't think it's safe, man. I don't think it's safe. They're slipping too much in.
This is a topic, man. It's like, how much can we protect our youths from the internet, bro? Like, you know, as soon as they get an iPad, it's a rabbit hole, man. It's a rabbit hole.
You know what it is, though? It's a mad thriving breeding ground for cyberbullying.
Yeah, cyberbullying.
You know what it is? I was the biggest advocate against bullying as a youth, bro, because I was an overweight child, bro.
So you get picked on?
Yeah, I got picked on a little bit. You know what it is? But at a certain age and at a certain time, you just stand your ground. You know what it is? I never got took for a mug. You get me? I always
backed it. Yeah.
I always backed it. And people that went my primary school and grew up with me, whether they're from the hood or whether they're from my schools, they know that who's the maddest scrapper? CEELO scrapping every day of the week.
Every day.
Genuinely, if I'm not in, I'm excluded. And when I'm in, I'm scrapping. And if I'm not scrapping, then shit, I'm in some sort of trouble.
Okay, like why is that? It's like, would you say you're an angry kid?
Here's where we can get into that, because I didn't just go to normal schools, you get me? I'm talking behavioural schools, so
Proofs and that, all the
Nah, I didn't touch proofs. Like I was in one centre, and most people from Brum will know about Minerva Centre. And if you know about Minerva Centre, you're a real G. You're a real G, you get me? I don't even know if they're still open nowadays, but that was the only one centre I went to, and the other three were proper schools. And I have ADHD, you get me? And that was the one thing that I grew out of as I was growing up. I was very erratic, very hyper, and I'd say I was a mad youth, you know, I was a bit brazy. So it's one of them things where in school I definitely couldn't control it until a certain age, bro. And when I got to a certain age, I started fixing up and thinking.
Was it like zero tolerance? So if someone just
zero tolerance
chats you in the wrong way, it's like it's on sight. Bang.
Listen, you know what it was? Every person in this generation, like ages of 10 to 20, we are dealing with the most stress in all of this generation. Like the young generation right now are dealing with the most stress. None of our parents had to deal with this level of stress that we're on. Like, no, but obviously growing up, I'm talking year 6, but I feel like I was losing hair, you know, I had a skin fade, but shit, I'm picking little peppercorns out my head top going, well, going for this. Like I'm stressing over SATs, but in year 6. But yo, them times there, I'm stressing over school, I'm stressing over school itself, and then going back home as well. It was all mad because I used to do residential and shit like, yeah.